Hi, I'm Maylee Autumn, and today I have the beautiful Miss Crystal here to be my model, and we're going to show you how to get flawless skin. So the first step to any base is a good skin regime, and I cannot promote Perricone enough. It's absolutely my favorite line for skincare, and I have a little sample of their Neuropeptide moisturizing cream. And but of course you can use any moisturizer that you're familiar with for your skin. I just really love this moisturizer, and I'm just gonna kind of dab it in the areas that she might need moisture, especially along the cheeks and a little bit underneath the eyes. And you can use this really sparingly. This moisturizer goes a long way. Okay, we've got a nice freshly prepped skin. The second step, you can also go into having a primer. Now there are so many primers out there. Sometimes you wonder, why do I need a primer, or what's a primer really used for? And basically what a primer is the first layer before you put on any sort of skin product, any sort of foundation, any sort of color. So what it's going to do is it's going to fill in your pores, it's going to create a really nice luminous surface, and it's going to help your makeup stay on all day, and it's going to also keep the makeup looking very soft and very even because you already have a primer that kind of fills in. It's kind of like when you paint a wall and you have to first do a primer. That's why they call it a primer. So anyway, I have one from MAC that has illuminating pigments in it, which I really love because it already will give you a fresh look before you even put on your foundation, before you even put on your concealer. This one is actually called Illuminate. So here, once again, just really concentrating on the planes of the face, but it is going to go all over. And there are primers out there with really great SPFs now, which is also very important. Keep your skin absolutely protected from the sun, which is the #1 cause of fine lines and spots and all those fun things of aging. Another primer I really love is by NARS, and it has an SPF of 50. Okay, there you go. So we're prepped, we're primed, we're moisturized, we're ready for some corrective color. Now, I get asked all the time, do I do concealer first or do I do my foundation first? And really, there's no real rules in makeup. I just have to say that because sometimes I do concealer first and sometimes I do foundation first. And what it is each person is individual, and sometimes there are large areas of the skin that people need to put maybe more concealer on, and then they can put their foundation. Or maybe they don't even need that much concealer. Maybe they just need a dot here and a dot there. So in Crystal's case, she really doesn't need to conceal that much. The only area that I would recommend for her are these darkish circles, which are very natural. We all have them. It's just from lack of sleep and our stressful lifestyles. And thank God we have concealer to perfect all of our life's imperfections. This is a real favorite of mine. It's Pro Longwear Concealer by MAC. It really does last for 12 hours a day. You can put it on in the morning, and it's going to be there at the end of your shift. So once again, a little goes a long way. Don't want to cake it on. What we want is a natural, flawless look. I'm just going to take it and lightly buff it right around the eye area. And you can see I'm just using little circles, really just lightly buffing it. The effect is sort of a whipped effect, soft, really soft around the eyes. And you notice I also like to put it on the top of the eyelid. That acts as a base for eyeshadow, and it also covers any veins or discoloration, which is really normal around the eye area because our eye cells are different from the rest of our skin cells. They're actually quite a lot smaller and thinner, which makes which makes the skin around the eyes, the blood vessels and veins much more visible. So there you go. We just kind of did a little bit around the eyes. You can see you wanna look closer there, Crystal, and check yourself out. You just kind of look a little more awake, a little more alive, and also a little bit more refreshed. Another place that I like to do concealer, and here I'm going to use a smaller flat edged brush, is right around the nose area. Sometimes we can have redness right around here, and the corners of the mouth. Those are also areas of darkness, redness, discoloration. And of course, if you have any blemishes or coloring that you want to correct, go ahead and place your concealer there. Crystal actually has flawless skin, so she's making my job real easy. Now, as you notice, I'm not swiping the concealer. I'm really just placing it where I want it to be. Not a lot of swiping. It's just going to be more of a patting into position. Great, okay. So the second step is an all-over foundation. Now, thing with Crystal's skin is she really does have a beautiful, flawless finish. So I don't really want to put a bunch of liquid foundation that's going to mask her skin. I really want more of a glow. So the trick that I do is I'm going to actually mix it with the moisturizer that I used earlier and create a little bit of a cocktail, if you will, makeup cocktail. And this is going to thin out the product. It's going to give it more of a luminous finish. And it's also preserving your makeup product. You can go twice as long using it. Once again, using my 188 brush, just going to do little circles and lightly buff in the foundation. And it should just go on exactly your skin color. It shouldn't be any lighter, any darker. And it should literally just match your skin color and just create an even, well-toned finish. So mixing the two products together. Now this foundation that I'm using is a really new innovative product from MAC, which I absolutely love because it takes care of the problem of what you do between seasons. Like, what do you do when you're 10 shades darker during summer and then you fade to be a completely different color during winter? You have to buy like 3 different foundations. This is called Match Master, and Match Master actually conforms to your skin color no matter if it's within a range. So she's about, for you MAC people that you know out there, she's about an NC15 to an NC25. During winter, she's going to be on the lighter side, and during summer, she can maybe be even an NC30. I'm using a Match Master 1.5, which is going to cover between those color ranges. And it's actually supposed to, if your skin is a little darker, it will actually, in about 20 minutes, set to your actual skin color. So I find it wonderful for clients that I can recommend to them, because then they don't have to buy 3 different foundations. They can just buy one within their skin tone range. Okay, so far we've got her concealer and base, and she's looking very flawless. She's just got this gorgeous luminous glow, and that's because we mixed it with because we had the primer and then we mixed it with the moisturizer. The next step is to set the foundation. Now, I'm not a big fan of powder. I like the more luminous look. I like the dewy finish, but there are some benefits to just setting the foundation, especially during the summer months, or if you're in a really humid climate. You just have to set the foundation. There's just no way about it, which is why I love to use an HD powder, which is a finely milled powder. And Doesn't add any color. It's not going to fill in any pores. This one is by MAC, but there's HD powders available out there. I know Makeup Forever makes a pretty good one as well. So like I said, I filled my brush, but really lightly, tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to go over her T-zone, patting along the cheeks, swipe along the chin. There you go. That's really all you need to do. It's just a really light coating, and you can still see that it's just still flawless. There's no cakiness to it. Okay. The next step we're going to go into is contouring and color. So join us then.